Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa and welcome back to the 5 Foot Test Kitchen. If you are new here, I do a little bit of lifestyle videos and mostly baking videos, and today is going to be a baking video. I will be making Nutella Crumble Bars by Lemons and Zest, or Lemons plus Zest. I'm not sure. It had the plus sign, so I'm not sure if it's plus or and, so sorry about that. But if that sounds interested and you are interested in other videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps me grow my channel, and I would really appreciate it. I'm still super new, and I've got a pretty small channel, so anyone that wants to hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. So now to start with the baking. Also, first off, if you can hear my dryer and washer going, I'm really sorry about that, but I'm trying to get as many things done as I can today in like a really short amount of time because I just want to relax today, so I'm trying to cram it all in within like 2 hours if I can. So let's get to baking. For this recipe, it's super easy. You only are going to need one dish to mix, but then I have everything else measured out, but you wouldn't need to do that. But you will have dry ingredients of oats and flour, which I just have in here already measured, melted butter, brown sugar, baking powder and salt, vanilla, and Nutella. I'm actually using just store-bought hazelnut spread, whichever works, whichever you can get a hold of. I know Nutella is kind of expensive, so if you can get something a little bit cheaper, then might as well do that. So we are going to also preheat the oven to 350 degrees and line an 8x8 baking pan. So that'll be your first step. And also, since it's melted butter, you don't have to remember to get it all softened, which is what I'm doing for another recipe that I will be filming right after this. So that's always the hardest part for me to remember, is getting things out to help soften them. So to start off, we are going to get all of the ingredients except for the Nutella in one bowl and then just stir it. So let's get started. Like I mentioned, I already have a lot of the dry ingredients already in here, just to avoid making too many dishes. We've already got so many dishes right now, so I'm trying to avoid having even more. So this is a super simple recipe. I had all of the ingredients already in my pantry. It's all pretty basic stuff, so I think you should have it too, aside from maybe the Nutella, but I feel like a lot of people have stuff kind of like that already in their pantry, especially if you have kids, because Nutella is super popular. So if you do, this is really easy to make. Again, kids can make this so easily, and they would love helping with it. It's quick, it's simple, it's really tasty. It's not healthy, but that's okay. Not everything has to be healthy. I feel like there are two kinds of people right now with staying at home. There are the people that are like really using this time to get like healthy and like do everything, clean their house. And then there are other people that have eaten all of their quarantine snacks and they're not doing a lot. I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. I like to think that I am the be productive person, but I've already made like 5 sticker by number sheets, which that's not productive, but at least I'm doing 2 things while I'm watching TV. I guess that's kind of productive. And I've been working. I already work from home, as most of you know already, so my company is still up and running, so I fortunately have been able to work. And my husband's a pharmacist, so he's been working as well. So basically everything's normal for us, except for like going out to the store, which is kind of weird, not being able to do that as much, but we're making it work. I'm generally a homebody anyways, so this really isn't too big of a deal for me. So now I'm going to get 3/4 of this batter pressed into the sheet. So this is what it kind of looks like. So what have you guys been doing? I know a lot of people are getting a little stir crazy, which is understandable, but we're gonna make it through. I'm trying to not talk about this too much, but if you're trying to get pantry item baking, it's hard to not mention it. So we're getting this all in here. I'd say about that much. The rest we're gonna sprinkle on top. So we're gonna pack this down nice and firmly so that way we can spread the Nutella on top. If you don't get it packed down nice and firm, then you're not gonna really be able to spread that Nutella very well. So we'll get this packed down. I'm also trying to come up with Easter recipes, so I'm making a few different things, but I'm not sure what else to make. Part of me wants to make like an Easter cake, but like I'm not ambitious right now. I'm not in the mood for like decorating. Like I don't really decorate anyways, as you guys know. And like part of me is like, now's the time that I can do it. But also I'm just like, but I don't want to, because I want to just watch Netflix. But we'll see what happens. So now we are going to get the Nutella. And if you want to put more or less, that's totally fine. They said about a half cup. I'm doing just slightly over. But by the time things are sticking to the measuring cup and everything that we're spreading with, I'm sure it'll be just about a half cup. So, what shows have you guys been watching? I watched, I think I already mentioned, Circle, which was really entertaining. I really liked that one. And now my sister recommended, it's called 100 Humans. You've probably already seen it. I'm really behind on my Netflix game. But it's like a psychology experiment. And it's super, super interesting. They've got 100 people. And let me get a paper towel real fast. They've got 100 people there and they're trying to like do experiments to see how people will behave. And it's so interesting. So if you have Netflix, and it's not very long, like I think there's maybe like 10 episodes, and each one's maybe an hour, maybe like 40 minutes. And it's just really interesting to see how people react. Like sometimes it's exactly how you think people are gonna react, and other times it's so different from like what they were expecting, like the hosts and like the scientists. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, don't forget to check that out. It's an easy watch, and it's really funny. It's not very sciencey. Like it's like sciencey, but not like serious and boring. Like it's pretty funny. So we're gonna continue getting this spread out. I've also been watching, okay, I'm gonna say it wrong now, but Zumbo's Desserts. I know I'm way behind on that. Like, I know everyone's already watched it because so many people have told me to watch it because I love Great British Baking Show. So I finally started watching that now. And it's so good. But, like, it's so crazy, like, what they have to do. Like, it amazes me. Like, I am 0% close to what they're doing. But it'd be kind of fun to, like, try something like that. I'm, like, really contemplating, like, starting to try to learn how to make macarons. So that way, like, I like them, and they're so fascinating. So now we're gonna crumble this on top. They're so fascinating, but I know they take a lot of technique to get them right. So we'll see, maybe. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys would wanna see just a basic macaron recipe that I try out. I mean, it would really show that anyone can make it. I feel like I should have put more on the bottom. That's okay. I think I'd be better at math. It's okay, it'll just be crumbly on both sides. All right. So now that we have this all ready, we're going to put this in the oven for 25 minutes, and perfect timing, my oven is ready, and until it's nice and golden brown. Then we're gonna let it cool before cutting so that not everything oozes and crumbles out. So I'll see you in probably about 45 minutes or so. So stick around to see how this turns out. And this is how it's supposed to look, by the way. So I got impatient as always and started to cut in. So I would definitely recommend waiting until it's fully cool, or else it's gonna be like really crumbly and soft. But it does look really delicious, so I'm really excited to try this. That crumble is so good. It's a little bit caramelized almost because of the brown sugar and the butter. So I think if you like Nutella, it's not like in your face Nutella. It's just very sweet and has that like a little bit chocolatey, hazelnutty flavor that we all know and love. So if you're like a huge Nutella lover and you want it to taste so much like Nutella, I would definitely add more in the center, but that will make it harder for it to hold. So just decide which you want, but definitely, like I said, wait until it cools completely because it was kind of a mess to cut and then take pictures. So you'll see it was a little bit crumbly in my Instagram pictures. If you haven't already, go check out my Instagram. It's also 5 Foot Test Kitchen. It'll be linked in the description box below, as well as all of the recipes to this and some of my other videos that you might want to check out. So if you wouldn't mind looking at other videos as well, if you are bored at home, don't forget to do so and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So let me know if you make this recipe, if you like it, if you are a Nutella lover as well. I feel like it used to be even more popular than it is now. People still like it, but when it first came out, people were obsessed. So if you're one of those people, let me know. And as always, I hope you have a nice night, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.